Hey, Lincoln Avenue. Psalm 74 is our psalm today, and I want to show you an interesting structural thing in Psalm 74. So the first part of Psalm 74 is just this devastating time in God's people's history and how they're being destroyed and how there's just devastation all around them. And it sort of like culminates or climaxes with this call to God. God, when are you going to remove your hand from your cloak and act on our behalf, right? But then the second part of the psalm is really more a hope-filled piece. It's kind of a comfort piece. And what's really interesting to me is that the first thing that the psalmist does is he looks at the power of God over the natural world. So a beautiful verse in this psalm is verse 16. Yours is the day, yours also the night. You've established the heavenly lights and the sun. You have fixed all the boundaries of the earth. You have made summer and winter. And it's super interesting to me that in a moment of devastation, the psalmist points them to God's reign and rule over the natural world and the marvels that we see in the natural world. Now, the reason this is interesting is in the book of Job. So think about Job, right? So you have the first part of Job is this devastation that hits this man where he loses everything. And he just cries out, why? Until chapter 38, and then God speaks. But when God speaks, the first thing God does is he points to his marvel of creation. He points to his strength and his might and his power and his wisdom in creation. Isaiah, book of Isaiah, really interesting. First 39 chapters, really judgment that's coming. And then from chapter 40 on, it's this comfort piece, comfort in to the nation of Israel in exile. And how does Isaiah 40 begin? It begins by God, or by the writer, Isaiah, pointing to God's just marvelous power over all things, and how the nations are like a drop of the bucket. They're like sand on the scales. And so what that teaches me is in times of devastation, in times of tragedy and struggle, we need to see just the cosmic bigness of God. Like the bigness of God is a comfort. It's a comfort to us in those times. And so when you find yourself in those times, man, look for ways to see the bigness of God in nature, in the scriptures, in God's story. See the power of God, and that will be a great comfort to you. Keep reading the Psalms, Lincoln.